Joining me here is IvD's very own dog. Dog, we have AlbaN, our Zerg in the top left, the red Zerg, up against his opponent on the bottom right, the pink Protoss Ranchinator, representing Imwe on Antigua Shipyard. Man, what do you think?
I think we're going to be seeing some Blink Stalker all-ins, bro.
Again?
What?
Again?
No, but last game wasn't quite an all-in because the Stalkers never crossed
It
the
was
map.
attempted. It was attempted.
And then he went into Dark Templar, and that didn't work either. But this is
Not an all-in.
this is Antigua Shipyard.
Why do you gotta all-in me, bro? It's not an all-in. Why is it not an all-in? Because I never did anything with the units.
It's like, I never went outside of my base.
I'm not quite sure, like, what an all-in, like, is a six pool considered a cheese if you never walk away from your base? Like,
No. But making your opponent think that you're cheesing is just a mind game.
yeah, but it's kind of not worth it if you're six pool. Because
Exactly.
you've already lost so much.
But it's still a mind game. You probably will lose, but it's still a mind game.
Touche, sir, touche. So, I mean, right now, we have both players, again, playing rather standard. There's the 14 pool. Actually, no, that was it. 15 pool. Out of AlbaN and a Forge Fast Expand out of Ranchinator. So we're going to have to see what happens here. And, I mean, Ranchinator is going to try and block AlbaN's base, but AlbaN could always just go for his third here. This map is not that bad for something like that.
Yeah, Antigua Shipyard, it's a map where you can get your natural, get your third pretty easily. It's just the fourth base that starts getting really weird because if you take it in the middle, pretty easy to siege, especially for a Protoss. Just set your Colossus at the Zelnaga Tower. But
There goes
Ranchinator,
Pylon gonna go down here for Ranchinator. Looking like he wants to block this a little long. But now, instead of grabbing his third, AlbaN is just gonna poke away at it.
and it's going to get canceled, and a new pylon going to be dropped down, so the natural probably not going to be going down for AlbaN for another 10 seconds because the first four Zerglings for AlbaN just popped out.
Even still, the damage to AlbaN has been done here. Absolutely huge. An entire minute late on his natural. And now, more pylons going down here, so this is probably gonna be followed up with cannons.
Yes, yes, because when you put pylons behind your mineral line and box your probe in like that, it usually is filled with cannons. As we do see one cannon going down, two cannons going down, and the probe...
One! Two! Two cannons!
And the hatchery will get cancelled. One cannon will get cancelled as well, and now we should be seeing more cannons from Ranchinator if he has... no, he does not have the probes for it.
That probe was just not destined for this world. Dalk, it's okay.
I bet Ranchinator loved that probe, man.
What?
I bet Ranchinator loved that probe, bro.
I know.
Now it's gone.
I know. But now, what is Ranchinator going to do as his follow-up plan? He does have the gateway finishing up here. Way late, though. I mean, the gateway is so late for Ranchinator right now. And he has the cannon up, but it's just not going to... Like, I don't know. Like, is he going to be able to defend some sort of Ling pressure here? But I don't think AlbaN's actually going to be able... I don't think he's going to put it on. He has some Lings running across the map. I mean, he has his Roach Warren up now, but 6 Roaches on the way might not be enough.
7 Roaches now on the way. 4 Zerglings going to try coming in. They do realize that cannon does come out, and there is also a Zealot here. I don't know, 7 Roaches versus a Zealot and cannon can fare pretty well, but I don't know if Saber's actually going to try going for this or just use the Roaches to get rid of those cannons at the third. But no, in fact, the Roaches are going to be going across the map here. So, AlbaN, otherwise known as Saber, going to be putting on some Roach aggression, Ranchinator, throwing down 2 more gateways in a desperate attempt at getting more units out.
You know, this is this is not entirely it's not entirely impossible. It's going to come down to the way AlbaN handles this engagement. If he can kill that Zealot and get into the base, he can do some damage. There goes the force field, going to go down. But now he needs to use the roaches on the outside to focus on the cannon. He needs to get the cannon down. The cannon is going down. Really nice micro, but the roach is going to get picked off at the last second here. Roaches in the base, 1 Ling in the base here for AlbaN. AlbaN is doing damage, and this is not good at all for Ranchinator. Ranchinator now getting another sentry out, but that force field is not really going to block a whole lot. Here comes the Mothership Core, but the Mothership Core has had some really major nerfs lately, and this is going to do some damage. He can move to the mineral line at this point. He can do something, and it looks like, oh, he's going to pick up the sentry before another force field goes down to keep these from going up in the main. Now these roaches are inside the main. This is a really powerful push here from AlbaN. AlbaN has more than Ranchinator can really deal with at this point. AlbaN going to pick off another cannon, and now he is going to pick off a third cannon here before he can pick off the mineral line. But now workers are being pulled to deal with this. These roaches can do some damage. Here goes 2 workers just now picked off, and the third might fall here in a second. No, it is. There goes the third probe is going to fall here. The probes are losing so much mining time trying to deal with these roaches, and everything working out for AlbaN at this point.
Yeah, the Forward, Gateway, Forge, and Cybernetics Core that was researching Warp Gate still are unpowered. This is just looking so bad for Ranchinator right now. And while this is going on, Saber, he's just going to keep pumping out roaches. The probe number is dwindling as well. The Mothership Core can only do so much. The Photon Overcharge, Photon Overcharge, still called that, is going down on the main nexus. These 2 roaches just going to run away, going to try killing off this pylon that is going to try repowering the Cybernetics Core. It looks like those roaches will go down, but more roaches and Zerglings are coming into the natural, and now it looks like Saber just going to be getting his lair, going to drone up, going to be getting metabolic boost now, and he's done so much damage. 18 workers killed. The worker count is 40 drones to 27 probes, and Ranchinator is in a pretty tough position.
Oh, is he going to get this pylon before the upgrade? Is he going to be able to keep this upgrade from going down? This is pretty huge. This is Warp Gate Tech that is on the verge here, and there it goes. It is going to be taken down. Warp Gate Tech not going to be finished up. We have speed coming up for Lynx. It's going to be done soon. We have all these roaches are inside the base. They're going to be able to do more damage. This is what it's all about. This is a really good idea, but the only thing that I'm a little nervous about here, AlbaN putting on so much pressure, is he going to be able to bounce back if Ranchinator decides that he's going to go for, say, Colossus or something? Because Ranchinator could pull back his economy. He could still build up. He could still get an army out, especially now that Warp Gate Tech is done. These roaches going to try and do a number on the Cybernetics Core, but it's not going to happen. I mean, this is going to be cleaned up before that happens.
Yep, and as you were saying, what if Ranchinator makes Colossus? I don't really think it's going to matter anymore. We do have the 3rd base going up for Saber, and a Spire going down right now. So we may be seeing some Mutalisks coming out of Saber, because now in Heart of the Swarm, Mutalisks are a frickin' bullet train that flies and shoots 3 units down at a time.
Mutalisks are units that haven't had a change in Wings of Liberty. Now, from my understanding, they have brought back the old mechanics for Mutas as well, to where they used to be able to kind of shoot and scoot. Not completely sure about that. That's something that I have heard about. The Robo facility is going to go down here for Ranchinator, but as you pointed out with the Mutas, it might be a little too late at this point.
Yeah, and the 3rd base for Saber is starting to finish up here. We do have a large amount of Zerglings at the 3rd of Ranchinator, and the cannon is still up, but it doesn't even matter right now. Ranchinator cannot leave his base if he wants to stay safe, and what? Achievements are disabled until further note. What?
We had just received news that these players will not be gaining achievements for this game.
Oh no.
So sad.
Yeah. Hopefully Battle.net does not go down. Usually achievements going down means Battle.net goes down, and that would be bad if part of the swarm goes down.
But you know what, dog? You know what I think?
What?
The only achievement that any of these players need is to be the champion of the IvD Yogi Time number 73, which is what AlbaN is trying to do here with Mutas inside the main.
Yep, these Mulisks wreaking a lot of havoc right now. The Cybernex core, I don't believe it is up quite yet. No, the Cybernex core. Oh, there's two Cybernex core. Never mind. Not a lot of stalkers are getting warped in, though. Quite a few sentries getting warped in here because he just wants to be able to have force fields to just block out any Zerglings or Roaches. But now that there's Mulisks, guess what, Ranchinator? Force fields can't stack on top of each other and then block area units.
Oh no. I wonder why they should add that in the next expansion.
Yeah, I know, right? It's Legacy of the Void. It's the Protoss game. It's the Protoss expansion. Just let us force field air units. Like God, it's not even that imbalanced. Like they took out the replicant saying it was imbalanced, but it was completely fine. Like God.
Yeah, anything to help the Protoss.
Yeah, man. We're the most underpowered race. Like we lose in PvT, we lose in PvZ, especially in Heart of the Swarm because carriers are outranged by infestors now for fungal, and it's just crazy. It's crazy, man. We even lose versus other Protoss. Like
We'll have to see what is going to happen to this Protoss because he's starting to build up again. And oh, but this is a lot of mutas, and they did pick off the mothership core. This army sitting outside of Ranchinator's base is absolutely terrifying. More units being warped in for Ranchinator. He's wasted some energy on Guardian Shield, but he has quite a bit of energy left over on his sentries. Now this army going to start pushing out. I don't know if I agree with this.
I don't know either. There are quite a few Mulisks out. 23 Mulisks. That can kill anything so easily. Ranchinator now supply blocked as well, and a lot of sentries. It seems the Ranchinator just tried force fielding Mulisks, it looked like. But no, it was just to block out the Zerglings. The Immortal trying to come to the front. Probably not the best idea. Against just so many Mulisks.
Wow. These Mutalisks might get cleaned up here. There's a lot of stalkers on these Mutalisks. These Mutalisks are going to get cleaned up, but now there's a ton of Lings left. And the Lings have not been completely dealt with here. AlbaN can remax this army, and there goes the Lings running into the engagement, but the Mutas need to pick off the mothership core. That's what they need to focus on, but it looks like that's not going to happen. These are going to get cleaned up. Very nice time, slowing down time there on the Lings. That's a really nice ability. I actually really love that.
I still feel that it should still be on the Oracle because I enjoy opening Twilight Tech sometimes. But I can't really do anything because I'm not a Blizzard developer. Oh well.
Poor dog. If I was a Blizzard developer, I would make it to where everything was overpowered.
Thank you. Because then everything would just balance itself out. If everything's overpowered, everything's balanced then.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Mutas would spawn Broodlings instead of Broodlords. Broodlords would actually just nuke, it would drop nukes.
Yeah, and like Stalker, no, Zealots, they can like jump and slash air. Tanks can just shoot straight up and...
Alright, well, sorry, while we were talking about that engagement in the middle of the map was going to result in AlbaN's victory here. Really nice engagement with the Lings, really nice surround on the units. Was going to win him the game here, but is AlbaN going to be able to pull it off in game number 2, guys?
And
don't go anywhere.
is disconnected. Yay!
Oh, is it really?
For me, I got disconnected. It's like cannot connect Battle.net.
Yep. Well, we apologize, guys.
Oh wait, I can log back in. It just disconnected me for absolutely.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess we're not going to go away with technical difficulties. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with game number 2 of that series. And if you like this, click that follow button. Go to ivdyogitime.com and click that. And actually, no, go to IvD Yogi Time's main stream, which is twitch.tv/YogiTime, and click that follow button. Go to twitch.com. I don't know if they use the / name or if it's like / something in the name, but whatever. At IvD Yogi Time is the thing. It's
at IvD Gaming, bro.
Gaming, you're right. We switched over at IvD Gaming. I've been so used to saying Yogi Time for so long, but we switched over to gaming. Because we got this, man. We got this. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back with game number 2 of this best of 3 series.
Magic 8 Ball. I'm just your random average nice guy. There ain't much hype about my type. I ain't that fly. I can't get a girl to think of me twice. I'm just too nice, I need advice, and that's no lie. Whoever said that sex is better with a partner, they must have never slept with me. Maybe I'm just down, cause she skipped town and left me hanging. Black crystal ball, what do you see? Is she sleeping alone tonight? Cause she won't answer the phone. Or is some other guy holding her tight as I sit here alone? Magic 8 Ball, what's my destiny? Will she ever come back to me? Magic 8 Ball, I'm desperate to see. What's your answer? What will it be? What will it be? I ain't got that element of mystery. You might regret that what you get is what you see. I think she dumped me cause I don't like to fight. I drink Bud Light every night and watch TV. Is she sleeping alone tonight? Cause she won't answer the phone. Or is some other guy holding her tight as I sit here alone? Magic 8 Ball, what's my destiny? Will she ever come back to me? Magic 8 Ball, I'm desperate to see. What's your answer? What will it shake it up. Ask again later. Shake it up, shake, shake. Maybe I should. Shake it up. Will I have a data? Shake it up, shake, shake. You know what that thing saying? Outlook not so good. Magic evil, what's my destiny? Will she ever come back to me? Magic evil, I'm desperate to see. What's your answer? What will it, what will it, what will it? Magic evil, what's my destiny? Will she ever come back to me? Magic evil, I'm desperate to see. What's your answer? What will it be? Came home and sat at my piano. Poured myself a glass of Cabernet. Armory still lingering on my jacket. I thought I had so much I wanted to say. She may not see that we belong together.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the first Heart of the Swarm tournament in the IvD Tournament series. I'm your host here, IvD HK Rob, and joining me here is none other than IvD's very own Dog. Game number 2 between Ranchinator and AlbaN on WCS Ohana in Heart of the motherfucking Swarm.
Yeah, but again, I was talking to Ranchinator actually before the game started. I told him, if you are good at the 7-gate Sentry Morlulin, just do it. Just do it and you'll win. Make sure you pick Ohana and you'll win.
Why? What? Why would you do that?
Because I have to help my fellow Brotoss win.
You can't be helping people play the game. What? That's...
How is that cheating?
I didn't say cheating. You have a guilty conscience, sir.
It's not guilty conscience. You just didn't want to finish your sentence.
No, that's not what it was. You have a guilty conscience. But let's see. Does AlbaN have a guilty conscience? Because he's spawning in the bottom right as our red Zerg. And he's up 1 game. He's 1-0 against his opponent in the top left. Pink Protoss Ranchinator. Representing Imway, by the way.
Which is apparently Milky Way and not My Way, which I thought was Burger King. Now
I don't know.
sad.
I was really hoping for that, but I was like, Ranchinator sounds like a Burger King burger. Like, come over to Burger King. We got the Ranchinator.
Yes.
Like, it'll blow your taste buds off. Like, whoa.
Yeah, and then it turns out to be some like chocolate bar, Milky Way, and then the Galaxy. It doesn't beat Burger King still, though.
I know. It's that disappointment, bro.
Yeah.
You know, God, I kind of, like, I want to be mad at Blizzard, but I love them.
For what? Why do you want to be mad?
I don't know why I want to be mad at them. I just want to be mad at them for not listening to the player base for so long. But I love them.
Dude, they're Blizzard. They took 7 years to make StarCraft 2.
12 years, bro. 12.
No, but I mean like 7 extra years. They were supposed to do it 5 years after StarCraft 1, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then they just kept delaying it and delaying it. So I'm not surprised that it took them 3 years
To
to
listen
do
to the
it.
player base.
No. They listened. They were still listening. It took them 3 years to do everything
To
because
register.
yeah,
The player base like, hey, these are the good maps. Blizzard's like, what are good maps? We only know Blizzard
uh,
maps. Well, we're straying off topic here, but I mean, really, at this point, this is that early point in the game where it's just not a whole lot going on. We've got some scouting going on. We had the probe that was trying to block AlbaN-Z expansion. AlbaN was able to get it down. Now the drone gonna go and grab the third here. So, not I mean, pretty standard game. 3 base against 2 base with a Forge Fast Expand on Ranchinator's side. Um,
there's something I have to do. He said, "Do not comment about the wall." Marcus, go to the wall. Go to Ranchinator's wall. This wall has a hole, a very large hole, in between the
it's,
pylon and the forge right now,
it's a very large hole.
and it is going to be a very big problem for Ranchinator. If he didn't want me to comment about this wall, he should have just said nothing. Then he's also going and putting his pylon one above the first pylon that was close towards the bottom of the ramp. Why did he do that? Why?
I don't know, but AlbaN could so do something about this, and he totally should. I don't think he is. I mean, he's not producing anything to do it. He's got drones in production right now.
By the way, just wanted to note that, like, currently I am watching through Warbio, our fantastic observer for today, and whenever he zooms in, it does this weird like wave move kind of thing. It's like it goes down and then it comes up a bit and to flatten it, and then it goes up and then back down to flatten it when he zooms out. It's awesome.
It is interesting. It is really interesting, but it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just I don't know, man.
Just I don't know.
But you know what isn't? I don't know.
What isn't? I don't know.
The sheer fact that right now Ranchinator is actually really open to any kind of early pressure, but AlbaN is droning really heavily right now. He's missing his opportunities to go in and do some damage. But AlbaN seems like he's pretty confident with just macro.
Yes. Alan seems to be enjoying this. Currently do have the robotics facility. 2 more gateways going up for our Protoss player. Going to be putting him up to 3 gateways. Oh, now another gateway going to get thrown down, so going to put him up to 4 when they're all finished up. And metabolic boost on the way for our Zerg player, Roachhorn, about halfway done. +1 ground weapons, though, is going to be starting up for our Protoss.
Oh, but you know, he's scouted everything inside of the Protoss base. AlbaN knows everything that's going on. He's seen the 3 gateways gone down, so he knows exactly what to expect. And I don't think he's going to be able to get away with this Overlord, but that Overlord has more than paid itself off with the information that it was able to gather.
Yep. And that sentry just made that Overlord laugh so hard with its tickle beam that the Overlord just kind of blew up in midair.
Yeah, the sad side of StarCraft. It is true. I mean, I'm not even kidding, guys. You can't tickle someone to death. You can do it.
Yes.
It's just they laugh so hard that they explode. It's a sad thing.
We do have Ranchinator going to be going up to 8 gateways right now. Trying to bring it back on the right track for the possible Soul Train coming out of Ranchinator. Yeah.
Oh, it's the Sentry Immortal going to be coming out of Ranchinator here, but AlbaN has a lot of lings, and this is not a bad position for AlbaN. He's got the supply lead, and he's already got a lot of lings out, and he's getting roaches now at this point. I don't know if I agree with that part, but he does have quite a pretty decent force right now. in position at the Zelnaga Tower. And that's exactly what he needs.
Yep. Zelnaga Tower, if you don't know because you're new to StarCraft, a Zelnaga Tower, the purpose of it is to allow you to have a lot of sight of everything around it. And it looks like AlbaN going to be moving forward. Some force fields going to
Wow,
be going
very
down.
nice force field.
Those Zerglings, man, they're just like on top of each other and inside of each other.
Oh man. But now it does look like AlbaN wants to push out, but Ranchinator is now gonna go in for it. He's got the army, and is he gonna get the surround? He needs to get the surround. There it goes, there's the surround that we're talking about. Force field's going down to try and prevent this, but there's so many lings, and this looks like it's going to be cleaned up. A very nice time
warps. Time warps.
That's it, time warps. I can't think of it. I have not been casting Heart of the Swarm for any more than an hour now. But it's amazing, amazing time warps that have gone down here. But the only thing is that I don't think Ranchinator has what he's going to need to reinforce this army fast enough.
Yeah, a few more Zerglings actually going to be getting caught off guard. And if Ranchinator can just keep doing that over and over again, he'll be in a pretty fine position. The War Prism is out on the map right now over in the main base. Some Zealots actually warped in here to the main. The spawning pool getting targeted down. Looks like the Zealots actually just going to go back in the War Prism and fly away.
Come fly with them in the Warp Prism, away, away. I don't know, something like that.
You seem to be enjoying your StarCraft parodies today.
I am really enjoying my StarCraft parodies today. Really enjoying them. But now we got another Ling attack here on this army, but that time warp was horribly placed. It is not going to catch any of these Lings, but it's okay because it doesn't have to, as Zealots are going to clean up a lot of that.
Yeah.
But these Roaches could go in on those Immortals. If the Immortals die, this push will be all for naught. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're not going to move around and try to deal with those. Instead, they're going to pull all the way back here. But the Roaches should go in. There they go. There goes one Immortal. Oh, the second Immortal is so close. It could go. There it goes. The second Immortal falls. And now there's only the Roaches against Zealots. And Zealots don't fare well against Roaches. And this is not going to be a push that's going to work. But it does look like Zealots were warped in at the main. They're going to do a lot of damage. More Zealots being warped in right now. The spawning pool is going to fall. This is absolute chaos here for our Zerg player having to deal with this. The Roaches being pulled back to try and clean up these Zealots. But the lair falls and the Lings are going to come in. The Roaches are going to try their best to deal with this. But without lair tech, this is going to be very hard for AlbaN to jump back into the game from.
Yes, and now more sentries, more Immortals coming out for Ranchinator because I guess he just feels that this composition is just working for him. Why not stick with it? Because it is working for him. But now quite a few Roaches. It looks like AlbaN, he's going to try going for the finishing blow if he can. We do have the fourth base going up for him. Well, I guess now the third because his main is now down.
But what he does not know about are the forward pylons that have just been placed by Ranchinator right in a really good position where he'll be able to warp in right next to AlbaN's natural, AlbaN's third, and the fourth that is just now going up.
Yep, and now another War Prism. Well, the same War Prism from earlier this game going down the right side of the map. And we do have Ranchinator going to be pushing out again. Now this time with the Mothership course, a recall will be available. Nice force field is going to be trapping a lot of the Roaches in place there by the Zelnaga Tower. It looks like some Zealots getting warped in by the third base of AlbaN here.
Oh, Ranchinator looking so strong in this game, in a really good position right now. I'm surprised that he's not grabbing his third behind this, but at this point I think he's decided that he doesn't really need it. He's gonna try and cut the head off the snake right here, and that's what he's going for. These units are gonna go in for Ranchinator. Really great force fields do go down. A nice time warp is gonna keep those Roaches from getting in a position where they can do much of anything. Really nice move there, but now this army gonna be pulled back, gonna try and get that concave on this army for AlbaN here. But now it looks like more sentries are gonna be picked off, more force fields gonna go down. Wasting those force fields, a really good idea there from AlbaN. But now Ranchinator not done yet. It's gonna warp in some Zealots. and he has Zealots inside the natural that are already doing damage. He's already killed off well, no, actually,
0
I would
workers.
have expected he would have killed off more workers, but he's only killed off 1 worker this entire game. A Warp Prism gonna come up here on the top side of that cliff, and now workers are gonna be killed off as they're gonna be pulled to try and deal with this, but more Zealots warped in.
And now these 4 zealots are coming down to the natural, going to try targeting down that spawning pool once again. It looks like Ranchinator with these warpings of zealots is just gonna try getting that spawning pool, getting those tech buildings. And now the queen's
the Warp
getting
Prism
so
is not
close.
gonna get killed. The Warp Prism's not gonna get killed, and the queens are. There is a lot of damage being done by Ranchinator right now with these zealots inside the natural, and now the Warp Prism's gonna actually warp in right next to the hatchery. Nothing AlbaN can do about it. AlbaN trying to push in on the main army, but he's not going to be able to get it down. The Zealots are in a really good position here. They have that area where the Lynx can't really get to them. They're going to fight them off few at a time. That is that choke point that is so vital, but the Roaches coming in. They are ranged. Are they going to clean this up before the spawning pool goes down? Yes, they are. But now the army moving into the third is going to do so much damage, taking out a queen and now taking out the hatchery.
And now the force field's going down on that ramp between the natural and the third. These drones are going to get killed so fast. And now AlbaN saying, I don't know what to say. Well, I think what you need to say, you need to say GG.
That's all you need to say, exactly. It does look like AlbaN gonna try and get a surround on this army, but he doesn't have what he needs to do this. This game is pretty much over, Dolph.
Yep, and now more zealots getting warped in by that warp prism. Gonna finally kill out that spawning pool. Can't get remade as that's the last base for AlbaN right here. It looks like all of the main army of Ranchinator did get killed off. AlbaN, though, not going to be leaving the game. Going to be sending all of his roaches to his opponent's base right here. But there's already 3 immortals and so many sentries here.
Oh, but he might be able to make this work if he can split them off and maybe kill off the rocks. But it's going to be a far stretch here. He does have the supply lead, and all of his supply is in roaches at this point. There he goes. He is going to try to go after the rocks. A really good idea, but he needs to get more roaches on that those rocks. He needs to take them down faster. But there he goes. He's trying to take them down. Nice movement, moving in there. But now the sentries are going to catch eye of this, and as the first one's going to go down, 2 lings are going to get caught. Nothing more than that, really.
And we always do have to remember that Ranchinator, he does have that very effective mothership core available for time warps, and again for vision, where his army can't go. That's very helpful. We do have AlbaN going to be trying to warp in more and more, or not warp in, hatch more roaches. And AlbaN saying this is pretty good, lol. And 3 zealots are getting very close to killing off that roach horn right here. Going to get picked up once again by the warp prism, though.
I have to agree with AlbaN on this. This is indeed pretty good. A really exciting game going into this. That Warp Prism is not dead yet. It's still got 2 zealots in it, and it is going to drop off those zealots right there. There they go. But now there are roaches waiting, and the Spore Crawler is going to go down right there.
Yep. And now AlbaN in a pretty awkward position. All he has are the 35 roaches that are on the map right now. But Ranchinator, he's... well, you could call him in a good economic position if he still had a lot of minerals left in his natural base. There aren't too many.
Oh, but the Roach Warren now dead for AlbaN. This is really bad because this is going to force AlbaN to have to build up a spawning pool all over again and do his tech all over again. This Warp Prism just causing so much havoc. I mean, this is crazy.
Yep, and now Ranchinator bringing in his Century Immortal army once again. And AlbaN in such a weird spot here, and there's so many force...
oh, the force fields are going to keep those roaches from getting into a position, and there go more force fields to keep them from getting up the base. Very nice move from Ranchinator, as now he's going to just do a lot of damage to the natural base. There's not much left, and more zealots being warped in for Ranchinator, as it looks like AlbaN is pretty much out of this game. He's gonna try and run up to the main, or up to the natural, and try to deal with his opponent. in a base trade, but I don't think he's going to be able to trade this.
Yes, as usually when it's about equal-sized armies, the Protoss will usually win as their units just have so much more health, and these Roaches going to try, but there's just so many more buildings for our Protoss player compared to the Zerg player.
Oh, and these Roaches are going to try and clean up this natural. They're trying their best to do the damage here, but it's not going to matter because Ranchinator takes game number 2 against his opponent, AlbaN. And we're going to be moving into a game number 3, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
A better man than I am to be worthy of a girl like you. I'll love you as long as I live, and although it may not seem like much, it's all that I have to give. But all that you deserve, I hope that I can be, 'cause you make me wanna try to become a better man than I am, to be worthy of a girl like you. I'll love you as long as I live, and although it may not seem like much, and I know it may not seem like much, and although it may not be that much, it's all that I have to give. When you came into my life, well, your life was in pieces, nothing ever right, and you couldn't find a peace of mind. Always feeling so alone. One too many lies you knew you couldn't trust in. He was always leaving you home, waiting by the phone for a call that never come. You've grown tired of being the only one trying to make it work. When you finally met a guy who could make your life much better. Now all the time that I can't get back, words that I wish I could erase, turned out to be a waste. Today you chose to let me go. Touché, that's all I needed to know. I guess you found the lie, he's changed. It'll be too late when you come back around to say you finally figured it out, that your big mistake is the one you make right now. You just made a big mistake. I guess I bought a used car that I could never steer, just a one-way ticket to a place I'll never call home.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the first Heart of the Swarm IvD Gaming Tournament. I'm your host here, IvD HK Rob, and joining me here is IvD's very own Dalk. Game number 3 between our pink Protoss in the top right, Ranchinator, and our red Zerg on the bottom left, AlbaN. Both of them are 1-1. Dalk, thoughts, opinions, comments, concerns?
I think we're going to be seeing a pretty long game. Daybreak is pretty known for it unless the Protoss goes for some sort of warp gate pressure.
And that is definitely a privilege to watch a really, really long, really awesome, drawn out game. But I hope that this game is half as exciting as the last game that we just got out of, because we have both these players. I mean, either one could take this game, and either one of them could take this series by taking this game.
Alright. So, right now, probably going to be seeing gasless faster bases coming out of the Zerg. For Protoss, of course, going to be seeing Forge Fast expand. And currently, our two players in the chat of the game are debating whether or not the win last game actually counted. From what I saw a blue thing flash in front of me. It had the Protoss logo. It's like victory, and it said fluxRanch-P.mp4. So I'm pretty sure the win from last game counted.
It did count for the tournament, but I think the major thing here is AlbaN really, really disturbed, because I mean, and I can understand his aggravation. Immortal Sentry all in is extremely difficult to deal with. It is one of the hardest Protoss builds to deal with as a Zerg, and that is why it is such a powerful build. It is absolutely crazy strong. Not to say it's overpowered, but it's extremely difficult to beat. But now let's see what AlbaN's going to do here, or what Ranchinator is going to do here, because this map not exactly the worst map for Century Immortal all in either.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Probably second or third best map for Century Immortal all in. Cloud Kingdom, or as I said in the chat, Protoss Kingdom, probably the one that's in contention or in contest for second or third place. And we do see most likely some cannons going to be going down for Ranchinator. In fact, it is a cannon and going to get canceled.
And that probe is going to be picked off, and it's going to completely ruin this advance out of Ranchinator. But 4 Lings now out on the map, going to be running around for map control. They might actually get into the base of Ranchinator's here, because he doesn't have a cannon up yet.
No, he does not. And these 4 Zerglings, since there is no cannon, it's just starting right now. And I'm pretty sure these Zerglings will be a lot quicker than 30 in-game seconds. These Zerglings, they're going to do a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, they could indeed do a lot of damage, but they're going to go right after the cannon. There's a really good idea here, because that's going to force the cancel on the cannon. This base is going to be open for more Lings to be running in. Meanwhile, another cannon going to try to go down here for Ranchinator at the natural of AlbaN. But these Lings are inside the natural for Ranchinator, and this is not good at all. A Zealot gonna try to chronoed out. But one pylon is gonna fall here. Is the second one gonna fall in time? Another pylon going to be created. No, the Zealot looks like it's gonna be out in time. So much damage has already been done here, and oh man, really nice move out of AlbaN, moving those Zerglings so that they do not get hit by the Zealot, and they still get to get the pylon down. It looks like these Zerglings are going to be cleaned up. The Zealot going to chase them off there. But even still, with a cannon gone, there is still very much room for AlbaN to move more units in. But it looks like he's not going to do it. The Zealot going to force everything back, but damage has been done.
Yes, indeed, damage has been done. The cannon was just a little bit too late, and it cost Ranchinator so much than it probably should have. But then again, at least only 3 workers died in total this game so far, so not too much, and Ranchinator can probably just catch up in the work count. He's pretty much caught up in tech as well.
Ooh, this game already starting off to a really amazing, really exciting start here, as both players are now going to back off and start macroing. More Lings out on the map for AlbaN. AlbaN going to be doing a lot of scouting, trying to make sure that there's nothing fishy going on out of his opponent. Meanwhile, Ranchinator A little bit behind in the worker count. Not a good idea, not a good position at all, especially against a Zerg who can jump that worker count up really, really quickly.
Yep, and now AlbaN just sending Zerglings around the map, and right now is on 4 gas. I think we may be seeing some Mutalisks.
Oh man. Depending on the time that he can hit with this, this could be pretty devastating. We do have a Twilight Council gone down here for Ranchinator, but I don't know how that's gonna fare. We do have an Overlord that's making its way into the main. Is he gonna be able to scout out the Twilight Council? He does by this point see the gateways. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Oh,
Nope.
He doesn't see it. He doesn't see the Twilight Council.
If this was Dota, that would have been a very huge deny for Ranchinator right there. As now AlbaN, he was supply blocked, in fact, for a little bit. He's now forced to make a few more Overlords a bit earlier. But it also, like, this Twilight Council, this Blink, it may be a very big factor for Ranchinator's possible victory.
It might indeed, but we're going to have to see what happens. This is a lot of gateways going down here for Ranchinator. He's got a total of 5 gateways in production. 2 of them are going to be finishing up very soon here. And that's going to put him at, let's see here, it's count the gateways time. That's going to put him at 7 in the main base, 1 in the natural. That's going to put him at 9 gates.
That is an insane amount of gateways to have, especially right at the 10-minute mark. We're probably going to be seeing some warp gate aggression because Ranchinator, I don't think you'll be able to sustain 9 warp gates for so long.
I do not think he's going to be able to sustain it at all either. This is certainly very all-in-ish out of Ranchinator, but we're going to have to see what happens. As it looks like Ranchinator is going to try and grab his natural, or his third with this? What?
And a Zergling actually going to be stopping the probe from getting there. So,
Oh, and going to kill the probe at the same time. Very nice move there. Oh, wait a second. Oh my god, I think I absolutely like this. The army for Ranchinator down at the 3rd is now... Oh, nope, never mind. It is now going to be moving back up to the natural. And this is going to... This is going to be AlbaN's attack here on his opponent, but nice force field goes down, but it's not going to be nice enough as the Roaches are going to get through here, and now they're going to start doing some damage. Nice time warp goes down, and that's going to force all of this to go back.
But AlbaN, though, he still has quite a few reinforcements coming along. I do feel that Ranchinator probably should have gone for the Photon Overcharge instead, because the time warps, they run out so quickly, but Photon Overcharge just adds that extra bit of DPS that really helps, especially versus Roaches.
Oh, but now these Stalkers are going to move down into the 3rd. Are they going to be able to... I don't know. It looks like they're going to kill off quite a few Lings before the 2 Lings finally do escape. But that 3rd still hasn't gone down here for Ranchinator, and that's a pretty big deal.
And we do have the Infestation Pit on the way now for AlbaN. And an engagement going on right outside the natural of Ranchinator right here. Nice blink micro from Ranchinator.
I don't like this at all out of AlbaN, not caring at all about the time warp. And the time warp is making 5 of his units attack so slow. But now they were able to clean everything up. These Stalkers are so low for Ranchinator. And the Roaches are going to run in, trying to get that Conclave, trying to get a really good position. I say Conclave, but it's actually Concave. But a really good position on these Stalkers, but the Blink Micro is absolutely phenomenal out of Ranchinator.
And
these Roaches are forced to back off.
Yep. But AlbaN, he is about 50 supply up at the moment. More reinforcements still streaming across the map. The Infestation Pit is done. You do have to remember this. So we may be seeing the first Infestors of tonight, which is pretty amazing in my opinion. And another engagement going on right now, but the Stalkers will be winning versus these Roaches.
And now this is going to give Ranchinator a position. He could start making his way across the map. He could move into AlbaN-Z's base, and he could do some damage here. He's got what he needs. And is AlbaN going to be able to defend this? AlbaN has no spines up. AlbaN has not much of an army out. He's only got the roaches that he had previously. He needs to make more. We got 11 roaches on the way, but they're not going to be out in time.
And Pathogen Glands is on the way, but I don't know if he'll be able to actually use it as Ranchinator has arrived at the natural. These are quite a few Stalkers right now, and the Mothership Core also going to be helping, so Recall, again, is still an option in about 1 second. And now these Stalkers still going to be pushing for the first, those few 11 Roaches did just pop out. Transfuse is going down on the Roaches, that's pretty amazing. The two Queens are going to try helping versus this Mothership Core. Time
Oh,
Wolf
the
does go
Mothership
down.
Core does fall.
And now these Stalkers just trying to do whatever they can, but they don't even need to blink anymore. There's very few Roaches,
There's
and that
the
is
GG
what?
out of AlbaN.
After a pause, of course.
And Ranchinator moves on to the